Alrighty, I think we're rolling. Hello. How's everything going in your sector of the open air insane asylum that we find ourselves living in? I'm doing all right. I had got a full week's work in. I've been out driving a dump truck, chasing that elusive dollar all week. It's like you never really catch a dollar. You chase it and chase it, grab it, got this dollar, and you open your hand and it's gone. It's crazy. This is just a little impromptu video. I'm sitting down here by the river. I got a little buddy with me. It's pretty crowded down here today. We pulled in the parking lot and there's 3 pickup trucks there. I'm like, oh man. And so I had to put him on a leash for a little bit. They were sitting down on the beach fishing. So I go up the trail a little ways and then I veer off the trail. I go off the beaten path and there usually ain't nobody around. You know, you can't get lost because I'm by a river. You know, if you get lost when you're walking by a river, then maybe you shouldn't be out walking around by yourself. Yeah. Here's a word for you. Aloof. I had the definition all wrote down. I looked it up in the 1828. No, it was Webster's dictionary. Yeah, there's an app for that. Hey, there's an app for that. Yeah, but I got it on my phone. You know, and I've looked it up, looked up words, and then compared them with the real book, and they're pretty spot on. You know. But yeah, and then I have the modern day Merriam-Webster's dictionary, so I compare words. I've been like, for a little while now, I've been like looking up words that I already think I know the meaning to. And it's amazing what you learn. You learn, wow, that ain't really what I thought it was, or I didn't know it meant that much. It's fascinating. I try it. Just when you got nothing to do, look up a word that you think you know the meaning to and see what it means. And that app I was talking about, it's pretty cool. It keeps a history of all the words you looked up. So if you want to look at it again, you just go in your history and boom. Isn't modern technology wonderful? I always said technology is a 2-edged sword. You could use it good and you could use it for evil. But anyway, aloof. See, just to me, I think that's how, if you're going to be a follower of Jesus and you're searching for the kingdom of heaven, okay, you're trying to live in the kingdom of heaven, which is really inside you. But if your main goal as a follower of Jesus is to, when you die, go to heaven, during the resurrection, then you can't get all caught up in what's going on in this world. You have to remain aloof. You got to kind of keep your eye on it from a distance, but you can't get all wrapped up in it. You know, you can't, you know, like for example, you know, they got these selections where, you know, they say you're free and you go out and vote for your leader, you know, and that's the definition of democracy, which, you know, what that has to do with a constitutional republic, I do not know. But anyway, I don't vote. You know, I've told you this in previous videos, what happened to me during the Ross Perot election, and you know, everybody said I wasted my vote and blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with you. These so-called leaders, these so-called selected people they put in positions of power because they're willing to do such depraved things that you can't imagine. It has nothing to do with you. They're going to do what they're going to do. You know, we have to be aloof. We have to be in the world. You know, we don't have a choice. We're born into the world. But we don't have to be of the world. You see what I mean? You have to be aloof from it. You know, you got to keep your eye on what they're doing because it's obviously going to affect your life in one way or another. But, you know, you can't get emotionally caught up in this nonsense, this, especially this political stuff. And you know, Trump's indicted, going to go to jail, or I remember when he was going to put Hillary in jail. And you know, it's all there to just distract you, really. You know, I hate being around grown men and they're sitting there arguing and almost on the verge of fisticuffs because they're arguing over, you know, my leader's better than your leader, you know. I can't, it blows my mind, you know. Oh my, but yeah, you know, you're searching for the kingdom of heaven, man. You can't be of this world. You can't be participating in its nonsense. And you know, you can't be going to their doctors. You can't be watching their TV. You know, that TV has done more harm. You know, it's done more harm to the body of Christ than any other weapon in Satan's arsenal. That has been the biggest weapon of Satan's arsenal in the 20th century. You know, this ain't about TV. Maybe I'll do a video about TV. But you really have to remain aloof, man. You can't get all caught up. You can't, you know, let it pull your emotions in. Because they're all on the same team anyway. You know, there really is no real saga there. They come out and they fight and argue on the floor of Congress or whatever, and you know, it puts on a good show. You know, I call it Jesuit theater because that's exactly what it really is. But you know, when they're done, they go behind closed doors and drink the finest of brandy, smoking the finest big fat cigars, and they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you. You know, watch. We'll get them all to put a mask on. Watch this. Boogie virus. Boo. Be afraid. Get a mask on. Oh my. And everybody put a mask on. Watch this, man. Next week, we'll get them all to stand 6 feet apart at the grocery store. Okay? Boom. Everybody standing 6. People are still standing 6 feet apart. You know, when I was in kindergarten, they taught me, you know, you got to get in line. You got to get in line for this. You got to get in line for that. Just like the army, just like prison. You got to get in line. Get in line, man. But you knew how to do it, and you stood directly right behind the person in front of you. But now, I don't even know where the freaking line is. I go to the Dollar General, pick up a loaf of bread, and there's like 10 people in line. And I'm like, I don't even know where the line ends. You know what I mean? Because everybody's standing 10 feet apart. It's crazy. They condition people. They got in that conditioning, man, and they're still doing it, even though you don't have to now, allegedly. You don't have to do that now. They rescinded that, what do they call that? Mandate. Yeah, they took that mandate off. There's a word to look up. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Be safe, because you don't know what they're going to do, man. They got a lot of options on the table. But it's only going to happen whenever they say it happens. So y'all be safe, take care, and seek the truth. Seek God. Seek Jesus, man. Your creator. Because he's the only one going to save you.